Hi everybody. Today's watercolor book tour is going to be my book called Birdtober 2023. And first, before we get to the page-by-page tour of the book, I'm going to tell you how I made this. I've made a lot of these books for a lot of different reasons. Sometimes they're travel journals or just daily sketches, etc. I start by getting this heavy cardboard. I think it's just called Artboard or something. It's not very flexible, so it's pretty sturdy. I buy mine at Hobby Lobby, and for these books, it doesn't take much. This comes in a huge sheet, but I just use, for this book, like I said, small pieces. So you cut a front and a back, the size that you're going to want this, and then I cover it, and I cover that with sometimes fabric, sometimes these sheets of scrapbook paper, and again, you can get this at any craft store. And they're usually, no more than 99 cents each, and a lot of times they'll be on sale for, 40 or 50 cents. And these are 12 by 12 inch sheets, but I use a lot of these, so that you could use it, scrapbook paper is what that is. Or this paper that I used for this one, this was different for me. I saw these sheets in something like a 12 by 16 sheet in my local Dollar Tree. And I thought, well, I'll try that. And so far, I like it. It's real smooth and nice, and it covered real well. So after you've got those cardboards cut, I cover it with this, make sure it's all trimmed up nice. And then I go to do my paper. Now, it depends upon what medium you're doing. I do watercolor. Now, if you do sketches or color pencil or whatever, the idea would be the same. The paper might be different. I use watercolor paper. You could use any type of paper on this. And I cut them to the size that I'm going to want. And I always cut them a little bit smaller than the covers are. I just think that looks nicer when it's a little bit smaller. And in this case, I treated this paper. This is watercolor paper. The first thing I did was cut it bigger than I'm going to want it. And I deckled the edges. That's this real uneven, versus a regular straight edge on it. Deckling is what that's called, and I love it. And these are some deckle rulers that I got on Amazon, where you just wet your paper, you set it down, and you pull that paper, and it will kind of deckle the edges like this. And there's 3 different ones. This came as a set off of Amazon, and there's a link below this to get these supplies for anything you would need to complete this project. Anyway, so I deckled that, and then what I did is I tea dyed them. I just made up some tea bags and some water and soaked these in it until I got, you can see all the different designs I got on them. Some of them more than others. Simple. There's a lot to that one. Different ones here. Anyway, deckling and tea dyeing. And then what I did was I just put the book together and put punched holes in the cover and in all of the sheets, and then use these ring binders. I use a lot of these because I do a lot of these books. And they come in all different sizes. Once again, I get these from Amazon, and there is a link below where you can get these. You can find everything you need to complete this project there. Anyway, that is what I use to do this. And Birdtober, and there is also something called Inktober. It's just something that people do every year online. You would just look it up, Birdtober or Inktober, that type of a thing, where the leader gives you a prompt for each day. And so in this case, it was a blue-winged pitta, and then a Cuban trogon, and then an Eastern rosella. And the whole purpose of it is really to kind of get in the spirit of doing something every day, get used to it. Practice makes perfect. These are not perfect. I'm not a perfect artist. I just do my best and have fun with it. Magnificent frigate bird. I've seen those and they're gorgeous. Anyway, I did one each day for the month of October, so that's 31 of them. And I decided to put it in this book and bind it. And I did want to tell you how I did the book before I do a page by page, so you'll get to see all 31 of the drawings that I did. I do a lot of these types of books for travel journals, for, I don't know, events of things that have happened for me, or birds, like I'll take a theme. You can see below, underneath this video, there's a list of all of the videos that I've done, and you might be interested in something else. And until another time, that's it for this one, and we'll catch you later.